Hello, this is Mrs. Duncan. I'm your Humanities 101 instructor this summer, and I just wanted to take a few minutes with you and walk you through the course, how it's set up. If you are new to Blackboard Ultra and Boston State, you're really going to need to go to this section here about this online course. Start here, but I will tell you that everybody needs to do that because there's a particular course syllabus agreement that's part of this. If you'll notice, sometimes it takes a minute for something to open up or upload or download, so always give it a minute. I am working on the course navigation video as we speak, but I have enough of the course built to kind of show you around. So there's some course information. There's going to be things about Blackboard Ultra, how it's different from the others, ProctorU, which we use for our exams, Netiquette, online, how to succeed as an online student. It's very different from sitting in a classroom, and it's different from a virtual experience. So these are things that need to be gone over the next, well, as soon as possible. That's why I'm going ahead and doing this today to get a head start. The course syllabus, though, is key. That would be considered day 1, which is officially Thursday, May 21st, and I give you a window of time to get your syllabus agreement form in. Super important. But the information about textbooks and everything is in there, as well as how Blackboard Ultra works. Okay, well, we have several things. At the top of our page we have a menu, and we have a menu to the left, and these can take you directly to things like the grade book or to the calendar, but most of everything you need is right here on the content page. And notice that this is our course site, not the activity stream. The activity stream is useful in keeping up with deadlines, but it does not provide you with access to the instructions for the course and the content for the teaching and all of those things. I wanted you to see how it was laid out. Welcome. You click on either the title or the little arrow to get the drop-down menu. So you'll see it laid out kind of week by week. We sort of have a weird week, you know. We start on a Thursday, so they can run Thursday, Tuesday, Tuesday, and so forth. But except that, it's not really that. It's Thursday to Sunday. Then it's Monday to Sunday, and Monday to Sunday. So we'll get back into our little groove of Monday to Sunday here pretty quick, and that will be the way that we run most of the semester. Alright, so if we drop down our menu to see what's off the bat real quick at the beginning, it's really focused on getting into the key chapters. I know it seems like we're moving in a hurry, but I will tell you, we are really parallel to the virtual class that I have. I'm teaching this summer in Humanities, whereby the Tuesday we have covered the 26th, we have covered chapters 1, chapters 2, and we're moving on to paintings, so that by the time you're getting there on the 27th, we're already there. Okay. And then yours spreads out. So we always start with a to-do list, which when you click on it gives you the list of things that are required for that week, what you're supposed to do, and typically in the order that's best to do them in. Okay. Then followed up by whatever is the assigned reading. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, the syllabus, and those are linked right directly to, let's talk about it now. This isn't really a syllabus review, but the Connect. We use a McGraw-Hill textbook online, not, it's not going to show up for you the way we want, not the Cengage. Sorry, it's not a Cengage book. Now, if you can find this book, Humanities Through the Arts, 10th edition, you might be able to get it through Amazon and use a print version, and that's fine. There are some practice questions in the ebook that you can't get a hold of, but they're extra credit. They're not mandatory. But if you're using the ebook, that's how you're going to want to access that. And there will be a link to the entire Connect ebook, but I have them laid out by chapters right now. At the beginning, they're free, so you need to go ahead and while you're waiting on your own book to come in, go ahead and set up an account that lets you have temporary access and get as much done as you can. Got these weren't open. Okay, there we go. There are always going to be some video lectures, and they're related to the chapters, and many of them are also tied to the discussion assignments. So you'll see that's the case for these first two. They're about something called the Monuments Men, and then you have a video on about what is art, which is our chapter 2 focus, and so you'll need to watch those. They're not terribly long. The discussion board assignment is going to respond to those in some part. Okay. All right. We'll have those by, maybe not so much this first week, but other weeks. When we have the due date, that is you should participate by. We're going to run these from, pretty much you should. This first week is weird. Okay. Once we get in the Monday through Sunday, you should post something by Wednesday and reply by Sunday. Okay, you get a better grade if you do it on different days, and then you don't wait and do it the last minute. All right, we have our chapter 1 and 2 quiz, so that takes us through week 1. It's not awful, except that it's short and fast. It'll spread out a little bit better. We'll focus in on chapter 4 for the week of the 27th through the 31st, and we all sit there with our to-do, our reading, our videos, our discussion, which really expands on on that a little bit more. Okay, so just wanted you to see the layout, and then we'll go on to sculptures and literature, and then before we know it, it is time for the midterm, which we use ProctorU. Okay, so there might be a little tweaking to do, but this is set up and this is how it'll work. Just wanted to take a few minutes to do that with you. I wanted to also say that if you need to reach me, email is best, rduncan, D-U-N-C-A-N, at bostonstate.edu. Monday through Thursday, you're going to get the quickest response. Okay, that's when I'm on my virtual office hours, pretty much all day. And if you send it that night, I'll respond in the morning. But on the weekends, not as much. That's not my virtual office hours, so I don't respond as quickly. So you need to see what's going on early in the week, even if you are going to do most of the assignments over a weekend. You can preview. Usually there's at least a week out that you can kind of see what's coming and get ready. But before you send me an email, make sure you have watched the videos and read all the instructions carefully, because they are all tied together. I've been teaching this course this particular online course for 16 semesters, but I've taught the course itself for 10 years. But it's been converted to online and for quite a number of years. I think we're going on 4 or 5 years here. And so, I know that the information is all there. Occasionally something might be a small, something not popping up when it should, it's not visible, and it's supposed to be there. And I always appreciate if you let me know that, or if you have a question, you send me a screenshot of whatever you are finding kind of unclear or confusing, because if you send me a question about something I know is already there, that tells me you aren't really carefully reading, okay, and that's something very important to online, and I'm just basically going to be screenshotting you back what's there to help you find it, but it is all there, okay. Also, if you use this message function up here, unless you select send an email option over here, I may not see it for days. That's one downside. It does not give me notifications that there are new messages, and so when we first used this, I did miss a few messages from online students because they didn't know that, but they didn't email me. So email is the way, and if you use messages, you got to make sure it comes to my email. Well, those are the major things. You need to read the syllabus and do the course syllabus agreement, and we'll get into a flow of things, but I wanted to show you where everything was. I look forward to meeting you in the introduction discussion boards. We'll have a quiz and a discussion every week, and then some additional assignments along the way. All right. Have a great summer. Hope you enjoy the class.